Good morning, traders, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. And before we continue, this will be the last video for a couple of days. We'll be back online next Wednesday. Going on a bit of a road trip, so we won't be trading. And probably a good idea looking at what transpired yesterday. So yesterday, let's just start off on the 8 hour here. We had these this area, this diagonal trend line here, which it did break through and it did look like it was rejecting it, but then immediately reversed and came back to the bottom of the range. And at the moment, this does look like it's a bit of it's setting up for a move to the downside, which is fairly interesting because there was a pretty strong move off support on the on the USA indexes. So obviously, when that happens, you're expecting the dollar to rise with the indexes at the moment, but if I look at what's happening here with the dollar, I tend to believe we're probably in for a little bit more pain across the board. So this still does look like a solid area of support here. It's going to have to go, so 117.461 is going to have to be broken and retested before I'll commit to any shorts at the moment. Trend is up and we're now sideways. Even though this latest trend is down, we are making a series of lower highs, but we are not really making lower lows, apart from yesterday, I suppose. That is a lower low there, lower low. But if I do this, okay, that gives us a bit of a wedge. Anyway, just delete all that noise. So key level for me at the moment is this area here, 117.352. It is bottom of range. It's either a case of buying to the top of the range, and I'm just going to get rid of these levels here and put that one in there. Top of range is up here. Okay, that is 118.914. Bottom of range is down here, and that is 117.352. And if we look at the hour, nothing really to read into it. We are testing the bottom of the range. So what I'd be doing is I'd be looking to see whether these pin bars here are going to hold the European Open. If they are going to hold, then you're looking for a move back up. So you're looking for longs back into this zone here of 118.300, and then I'd basically sit on my hands again. If we do break below 117.352, I want to see a decent retest, and it's going to be on a higher time frame. So it's going to have to be on a 3 or 4 hour time frame before I even look at it. So the reason for that is because we've been going sideways for so long, you need to start looking at much higher time frame breaks on this. Otherwise, all that's going to happen on the lower time frames, the buyers are just going to continue driving it in this trend. Well, not trend, sorry, but inside the range. Okay, US dollar, Japanese yen. So trend was down, we had a bounce up, and we're bouncing down again. So the levels that we need to be paying attention to are 104.811 and 104.269. Now, looking at the hour, you'll see there's something that has happened here. So this trend line has broken. Okay, that downward trend line has broken. I would expect us to be coming back into structure and looking for opportunities to buy at the moment. So that's the first area. And that's the second area there. So these three areas here are all going to offer some value to buy into. 104.470, 104.368, and 104.269. So those are all the areas that we're looking to see if we can get some value to buy off by the looks of things and move to the upside. So what we're doing is we're working off this decent break to the upside, looking for the retracement now. It has broken a trend line. I would expect it to come and test a trend line. So for me, 104.269 area would be the area to wait and see if you can see some structure forming there for a move back to the upside. Okay, British pound USD. So this kind of a mixed bag. So if you look at the 8 hour and I take that trend line there, it's a trend line break and trend line retest, possible double bottom forming here. So level to be watching at the moment is pretty much where we are now. If we do drop below, sorry, got that level a bit wrong. There's my inside fractal there. So this is the level we need to pay attention to. 127,661. So if we can hold this area, possible moves to the upside, we're obviously going to need to break above 1.30, and that would validate a double bottom. Okay, if we move to the 1 hour and just look for the structure, you can see lots of pin bars here, a bit of profit taking, some more pin bars, a bit of profit taking. So I would expect us to sort of move back into the zone here. Okay, 128,779, and then probably another move down from there. I'll be much more comfortable looking for opportunity to buy off 127,661. Okay, I just want to skip to the right here, and there's another level just below it, and there always is. You can see there it is. Look at all these fractals here. So that is 127,200 basically. Come back here. Okay, 17200 would be a retest of this diagonal trend line. So that's where I'd be looking to buy. That would be a fairly decent area, 127,200. Obviously want to see price action in that area before I do jump in, but that is the setup that is brewing there. New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen yesterday said we're leaving us alone. We did leave it alone, but this square to the downside, it does change things a little bit. Let me just zoom in a bit. We are still pretty much, if you look to the left here, we've still got this congestion. Okay, we'll have to get through this level here, 69.61. We can get through 69.61, there should be a fairly decent opportunity to get short. But I think if we just wait for a rebalance, we'll probably have another attempt down there. So it should set up something reasonably interesting for us. So back into 70,200 and then a retest of 69.61. So there to there, that's a good 600 odd point trade, so that's not too bad. So I think that kind of my view on this, but yeah, I think foresight being a wannabe perfect science, I think I'll just stay out of it. This is still sideways. It is a decent break, but it does look like it's finding support here. If we do get through this area of 69.61 and come back and test it, then that would be a valid short for me anyway. Okay, but I think we'll keep money in pocket on that. Euro, USD, USD Japanese yen, and British pound USD are all offering some half decent opportunities. So the dollar pairs are looking very interesting. Okay, pound. So just starting off on the weekly here. So we had these levels drawn in yesterday, had this wedge drawn in, and we did have a weekly break, and then yesterday it was just pretty much confirmed. So if we come to the 8 hour now, you can see sideways, down, bounced off it here, broke through it. So I would expect us to pull back into any one of these areas here for a continuation to downside. I think this the tides have turned on this, so you're probably going to see the pound getting a little bit more pain at the moment, and that is pretty much what I see. I think there's nothing really to say about that. So you can see this level here, 134.68 is first level that we're looking at, and 135.148 would be the second level, and at a stretch we'd be looking at 135.591. Stop area is going to be up here at 136. So I'd go 136.10 or something like that as my stop area. Okay, so what I'm looking for is a move back into the zone for an opportunity to short. Okay, and again, guys, targets, set your own rules. My rules are as I need a little as 100 points a day per trade. That basically provides for me, but set your own rules, and I would basically look for the next major level. Okay, and you can see the next major level is pretty much going to be right here where price is at the moment. Okay, you can see there's my inside fractal there. So that's pretty much what I'd be doing. Okay, so I just run that again. So looking for a move back up to 134.68 area, possibly even higher, at 135, 148, and then I'm looking to come back down here 133.934. That would be my target area. Okay, last two pairs, Aussie dollar USD. So we're on the hour. Let's get to the 8 hour. This channel finally broke yesterday, so we had this massive move down. We have found support down here, which is to be expected. If you look to the left, there's a lot going on. So we have found some support. I'm looking for a bounce back, so basically looking for a retest of 7274, 0.7274. That's the area I'm looking forward to get short again. This to me is a valid setup. And the other thing to bear in mind is that we do have this massive, there's a cup, there's a handle, there's the baseline of that pattern there. So breakthrough 0.72 and a retest of that area also validates a short as well. So that's kind of the scenario at the moment, and I think you can actually fine tune this a little bit, sort of pick up your fractals here, see all this chaos here. That would also be a valid entry for a short. So that's 0.72582. 0.72582. That's a fairly decent area as well. And last one is British pound Aussie dollar. So nothing's really happened with this pair. We're still mucking around here at this level, which is 178.113. Let's just have a look at the 8 hour, sorry, the 1 hour. Sellers are still coming in off this level, but we're going sideways. So I think this one I'll just wait in the sidelines for now. There's nothing really transpiring here for us. I did think with this break here we possibly have a retest and a decent break, but basically what we've done is we've got back into above that trend line. So we're going to have to break and retest something like this fractal here, which is 177.192. So we'd have to break down below 177.192, come back and retest it, and then start rolling, and that would be a valid short entry with a stop up here. But for now, that's sideways. I don't see a long here. That's the one thing. Yeah, it's too messy for me to say we've got opportunity at long. Could be, but we're going to need to get above 178.113, come back and test it and hold it on the 8 hour before I start looking at longs. Not after a big move like that. Okay, anyway guys, that's enough rambling from me today. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you next week. Cheers for now.